Good morning. I talk to and eat my breakfast. Breakfast chatting. I find I really want to turn down too high. I can't turn down this thing, I have to climb up too high. Thanks. Yes, sir. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. How you all doing? Boy, do not drop. Eating my breakfast. Freshly made juice. Celery, pineapple, turmeric, ginger, carrot, cucumber, sardine, and egg. I'm gonna eat one mango and yogurt after me done this. And my body pain up with the most upper body today after me done jog. How you all doing today? We have a little morning chat. What this spoon wanna drop out of my plate? Make sure go be that's when Coco come in and fear she not fear wait for me. Amen. Thank God he is alive, Shana Wallace. Me just over IG and comment on the little baby. On the Gleaner story. Where the mother dash way. Anka shop, this is nothing in it, just juice. Oh my God, and it's not sweet. Cause the only thing in it sweet are the pine. This is nice. So my skin nice. May I say, they must say the booze for the KP for Jubilee Hospital. Because them they never send the baby in an ambulance to Bustamante. Then forget more than boo. I'm having a breakfast already. But when you work out a morning time, you see. Thank you. When you work out a morning time, after you're done, your body can feel so good. But I mean, really, I miss out in our life. Or you know, father text us. And please remember, I'm a breakfast me I eat. If it disturb you, please go and go watch something else. Alright? So, twice a child. Let me drink my juice and my day time and my smoothie. Fill me up, you see? I'm going to tell Facebook. Yeah. I'm going to take my vitamin them too. Hold on. I feel like I can that me get this extra burst of energy. Just coming from work, I have a bowl of chicken soup. Or England time now. Mid-year, if I can't tell me, so this morning, it's an article last week. I think I Westmoreland it happened. I'm going to tell Facebook, I want to go like up the live, please. I'm going to tell Facebook. Good morning. I might be cartoon here on my face. Morning, Facebook. Auntie Donna here. You can meet me over on my, over your name again, YouTube live. Having my breakfast. I'm almost finished. Not almost. I'm going to eat my mango yet. And chat. Come on right over. So that is nice, selfie. Meet me right there over on my YouTube page, guys. And please remember when you come to touch the like button. We are going to have a little morning chat. Oh my God, this is so nice. And look at it. This is the only mango you can cut like this here. This is Bambi. You can't cut no other mango like this. They just pop it out, alright? So good. You can't cut no other mango like this. And Tina not just do Tina! Tina! You know something I see the hand towel where you just give like it blow gone. This is the only mango you can eat like that, the Bambi. Freshly made juice, no preservative, nothing at all, no water, nothing. Freshly squeezed out juice. Tina, bring piece more for me, please. A little plain Greek yogurt. And you add it. All right. You know, say you give me a piece and the whole like blow with thanks. You're a doll. When you're married, me have to go give you a duck. You want a duck? Yes, good morning. Please to meet me over on my YouTube channel here. Me I go over the Golabrish. If you want to be a part of the conversation, you can pop on right over with me and my Plankatarians. If you're new to the page, just come on over and sit and let us chat. And then I haven't eaten a mango since the year start. I can't take senior with you. Oh wow, and this a dessert mango. This is what them serve when you go at dinner and so certain place. This is so nice. Alright, so Facebook. My mouth water. I know when me go jog this morning, my friend them who me jog with them bring it for me. See it here? And bring them for me and I share them up. People don't really give a Bambi unless they have the tree. And them sell them very expensive because a desert mango. When you go certain function, them serve them so. Mm-hmm. Them serve it and papa the same way. And me used to do, like me used to garnish people party, you know, decorate people party. Me used to use this and papa, stuff it with fruits tonight, and put yogurt, and you can put nuts and things on top, you know that? Alright, so meet me over YouTube, make we have a little morning chat, alright? Meet auntie. Mm-hmm. Yes, good morning. Yes. Yesterday, wow, all the person I watch me too. Yes, when anybody with blue tick I watch you, like certain celebrity, Facebook I show them up. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Watch out. Over Facebook, the person that me cut the live, it tell me. One athlete I watch me. Good morning. I don't know if you come on over to this side, but good morning. When me not ball out on no name. I want to say my mouth now, no. I can't hold my mouth, but good morning. Oh, you love Ramona's speech? Yes. I am so proud of her. I never met her in real life. Only on the phone. You have some real connection. You not give me no water, Tina. Some real connection. Her speech was awesome and was emotional. I cry. The cry when the part when she said she was abandoned by her mother and her father. And she then and them take her in the home till she had 2. Them take her in the home till she had 2-year old. And she grew with the other children them and she treasure the hugs and the conversation and so with them have growing up. You know, if you see a little girl like that, skate care, them call it a Jamaica, a foreign. Excel to that level that she come get valedictorian, this, that. You have to give it to her. And then people, I mean, I tell her, just like how I just say, my comment over the Gleaner story with the mother. I say my eye full of water. I whole heap of time I watch it all this morning. I exercise and I listen back to it. I see the little baby, how ants bite up the baby where the mother put on the tree. In the bag where them find so baby sunshine. And I say, boy, God know that mother had the somewhere. Sit down and watch everything what happen. If you don't know the mother send her into police. And once she in her sound mind, send her into police. Because that's the height of cruelty and wickedness. I bet she carry the baby go put a somebody yard gate in a one box and say, so one baby, I don't want the baby carry it up Jubilee. When I look how the baby face bite up with ants. Planka shop, if me so big and hole and come like a tough turbit. And when one could pick up me could bite me anyway, me I jump up so. You understand? And go just a drop. Just imagine that little baby that bite, answer bite. Omar, good morning. Answer bite up the baby so. Eh? Wanna tell me now? And this little girl come up now. But I really want the man to get her. And I really like to follow her story. The little girl, the baby. But I really want to get updates with her story if you see what become of her. You know, them sure we are, like how the news media. And I first baby them fine, so you know. But would I really like to hear what happened to her and see what happened to her and how yeah, how her story end up and who get her and so. Where you gonna buy tissue for? You know, so one big bag of tissue in there. I can't never take out three. Take out three. Nice something there. Yeah. Good thing the man was so courageous to handle it and do the right thing. Yeah. So when you see kids like these, and I was watching, me I listen to Ramona's story, me I say, Lord God, we don't even know what this little girl are going to become because the same way the mother and father abandoned them. And when you see them people, them good and all them, Ramona mother, God forbid, might be she alive, because she have her name Ramona Smith, or small. God forbid she watch it now with regrets. And you can't face her now. Because at no point in time of us, me and Ramona, I wouldn't bother want to know no mother. No care what did happen. I wouldn't want to know no mother right now. But I beg God forgive me. I wouldn't want to have nothing to do with mother. Because let me tell you, some of these parents, when they treat them pretty bad, give them up for adoption, and then come up in a life, and them see how them pitney a flourish. They run from left, right, center. My daughter, I want to make peace. I want to tell her why I did give her up. I want to tell her why I did this. Me no would do, Ramona, if it was me like her, you might be, you would want closure. But me, I wouldn't want to have nothing at all. Thanks. Feed with no family. No matter me mean. Or no father. Because none, if the mother watch, because the mother probably know her name. If the mother watch now, because social media is evident everywhere, and I see Ramona name, and my daughter, Ramona, if them reach out to you and look upon them, the Bible says you forgive, but some forgiveness, you have just forgiving at the heart and move on. Then planka shop, you could have give up for your pickness for the baby at 2 months old or 2 weeks old and the child growing at home. And now come go foreign and pass out with all kind of dignitary and all kind of valedictorian and all kind of things. And you are run down to come claim pitney. Forgive her, yes. Forgive them because they know not what they have done, but we don't have no relationship with them. You hear me, I tell you. Because even if you give her up, you know she in the home. When she grow, go find the home and visit the 501 time a week, or 1 time a month, or 2 times a year, you know go. Listen to her, she's hurt, you know. Remember me talk to her. She's really hurt. And that's why when she do certain speech, the emotions come out. Must feel bad, could I watch it on TV, on phone, and people know her name and know say the mother did give her up when she young at her. I say, Lord God, I Mary pussy her John dog daughter that you know, my God up there. Because when enough of people them bury and things so they couldn't grow, God did have purpose for them. Some people coming at this world has purpose. And some coming here for turn stone. You know, some coming here for get trouble. Nobody not coming here for turn stone because they will always soon dead and gone. But we must come in here for a purpose. And we all have a purpose. But some not find for them and some want other people purpose. Yeah. You know a lot of you there per year as woman. who lose a child. Some want to abort the child, some want to lose the child. And many a times when I sit down and I want to reflect, I want to say, boy, no for no give up food, no pitney left it a road, left it for a man, run where left it because no want free life. I mean, no for no reflect. Brenda Paris, I never said I knew why the child was given up. Whether or not, what are the circumstances, whether rape, whether any form of circumstances. If you is a mother and you have a child and you give it up, go back and check on your child. Don't tell me what kind of not care what kind of circumstances. Fear Ellington did get raped. And I can't talk to her because she's a public figure. And when she get the rape and everybody want her to abort the child, she said, no, this is my child. This is something that it is growing inside of me. And although she got raped, she never gave up her child. And she never grew resentment with her child. So now tell me about depends on what kind of circumstance. It does, if I rape anything at all, you as a mother who bring forth a child in you, grow a child in you, have some form of love, some form of bonding with no matter the situation you go through, you know, say that is a fetus, that is your child inside of you. Me not be upset, me just talking, but me just me talking too passionate. I don't know how people give up them child. And me can speak based off of experience. I was neglected too, but I forgive and move on. And you know, a lot of people don't get the opportunity to even confront them parents. I know where them parents, then them parents sit on one side and look. So now tell me, say, and no care what the circumstances. You have a child and you know, so you give it up or so. That's why you see enough mother now walk up and in a phone and look for feed them. When you give birth to a child, there's something inside that you will connect with your pitney them. There's a special love in your heart for your child that you cannot find for nobody else. You understand? So no matter the if you as a mother, if me get raped, man done rape me already and it hurt an emotional scar. Alright, may I tell you about a story. In I think it was, you never know me. I think it was 2016 or 2017, me used to travel to Crossroad on the taxi. And one morning, them have strike. And the taxi man did that carry me. Oh, you not come? You never say Monday?
You know, but it's on the weekend. And so you said to me Friday.
Come on morning.
Alright.
Yeah. And one morning the taxi them have strike. Them time they have strike I go on. I never forgot it. And the taxi man who carry with the rest of the taxi them stop the taxi around a South Camp Road and we have to walk out. At the taxi, go across road because none of the taxi man them never want none of that. When they're on strike, them no want you carry no passenger if them say them the on strike, the rest of them. So the one that did that carry we in the car, them stop him and him have to empty way out on South Camp Road. Right, little below the Muslim church there, so we have to walk from go across road. And while walking, I was walking with a passenger in the car. She tell me so she come from where on the name? Franklin Town. One lady we are walk. Me and her walk because we come out of the taxi. And we have a conversation and the conversation leading up to the lady tell me say her father raped her when she was a child and get her pregnant. And her auntie when the child born because they never believed in abortion at the time. And she said when the child born, her auntie take away the child and go with the picnic her country. And she said as much as she hated her father, there was some connection there with her child. And she said when she grew, she was very young. She used to take up herself and go to the country. I don't remember. Me say if you are watching live, it's me, it's Dana. And she said she used to take up herself, go country on weekends to look for the child. And every time the earth where she got through for know her father rape her. Every time when she go to country, she build a relationship with the child. So she take the pitney from the auntie and bring it back. And it was incest at the time, her son or so, when you're there with your one pitney. And she said, when the little pitney walk like the child must be about 2 or 3, she said she couldn't leave the child no more. And she tell them, say, give her pitney. And she take back her child. And every day, the child is her sister and her child in a one. The child is her sister because it's her birth father rape her, and the child of her pitney in a one. And she said the way she resent her father, she couldn't fight anything, and her daughter now come up, and at the time when she did that tell me, I don't know what become of them or what. She did tell me say her daughter work at housing trust now in a good job. And a lucky thing she never did this banner and say the father rape her because of the said daughter now I look after her. Yeah, her daughter is her sister and her daughter her own, but I love to meet back that lady there. When me I walk across we are talk and she tell me her story. And yes, she never have it in her for hate her child because there was something in her. Although she know it happened wrong, her father rape her and get her pregnant. When she go look for the pitney in her country because the auntie take the child and carry her to her country. No ma, we just years. But I love to get in touch with her. Because I don't remember her name. I don't remember I have no number for her. And what do I talk about it, you know? And let me tell you something. At the time, the lady said it was bad, but it is our blessing is in disguise. She said the experience how she get her daughter was the worst experience you could have ever lived. But it was our blessing in disguise to come see her daughter now. So at some point in time, no matter the circumstances, where you get the pregnancy, you know, you get the child, you know, you must have some form of bond or something in you. Alright, even if you have a child and you give it up for adoption. That's why a lot of women come up in life and want to know where their children is. Where them pick them where they give up from 19 how long. Where them pick them where they did left. Because there's some form of bond in there. In a them if you want to know where they pick them there. So I am saying to say this. Even when you lose a child, enough women per year and in the world abort them children. Why them get pregnant and them say, boy, I can't have no more pitney right, you know, and I'm in a position to have a child. And them abort the child. Years to come, there's something down in them. We feel a way, we consider, say, boy, the child would have been 2, the child would have been 5, the child would have been 10 because you had a fetus inside of you. Anyone on them, me lose a child, and when it comes certain time of year, me I say, boy, my baby would have been 13, or my baby would have been 14 that year, yeah. And that's some always count it because you're a mother. You have to think. No, you can't forget that. When certain time come for the year, and you remember the last year them time, yeah, or 10 years ago them time, yeah, or 13 years ago, you feel a way as a mother and say, I wonder how my child would have look like. I wonder, you know, you don't have them the thoughts there now if you ever lose a child or if you ever abort a child. You ever, no for you as women and I have my charity for the Lord. I soon go feed. Janai! I'm gone. I don't like the word abortion to each his own. No, we're just speaking. That is the correct word, abortion. Wally Pound get in a circle. We not bash nobody, it is wrong, but we not condemn nobody feed. Enough women upon here get in a certain circumstances, get pregnant and them abort it. Me sit down and hear one man saying that's how much belly was there when them cuff the old lady. And you know bring them out in a fetus. Something like a so. No found where to go down the road there. You know feel a way after a while when you know. I know so a human being, no care say better when you abort the child and it better when you do this. And it better. You don't feel a way if you know so you did abort a child. And you say, boy, my child, me sorry, me did do it, or my child would have be 6 months here now, or my child would have be this. It not coming out on the thoughts? Eh? Our house just me about it keep on. It not coming out on the thoughts? I agree, I can't speak on someone if you never walk in their shoes. I am just saying, make me cuss the dirty man them. Cause enough time they send woman in a depression. So true. Remember my 3 boys. Yes, so I am just saying to those mother out there. Children not doing nothing at all. Them never cause what happened to them. Them never put you in a circumstance. If you have a child and you give up the child for well, if you get up for adoption, you can't do nothing. You're not supposed to want to have nothing to do with the child. You understand? Because by law, you give it up legally. But if you give up a child just so, or you left your child or something, try to find the child. Explain if the child want to talk to you or something, but try to play a part as a mother in your child life. No fun left for no picnic for man and run gone. Neither woman come, abuse the child, deal with the child away, and the child not deserve the care we then get. You know much time I hear people call me say them a search for their mother. Them a search for their father. Morning.
What's the name of the store here, please?
99.
What Amstead then?
Look a bit down on that side there.
First section.
Yeah, over on the next side.
On the left hand side.
Yeah. Past the bus stop. You know what I mean?
Huh?
Me see I look for me, I ask you if you know me.
No, yeah, this one.
Oh, past the bus stop. After you pass the bus stop, you go past Bygrave. And then the nextly, it on the hill line. I'm still Byron.
No, B-A-R-O-N.
I see it on a Byron road. This over the opposite side.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, almost in front of it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, directions. Yeah. So, children not deserve certain type of lifestyle. No matter what happen to we, the parents, are not cure hurtful it might be and painful. If there's a way, where if you do something wrong and you say, boy, I'm going to give my daughter, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that to my child, and you want me ends meet, and you want to go find your child, and you want to go search for your picnic. You understand? Make amendment, because children grow with some, enough of the fire, grow up with some hurt in the where no cannot get over it. Johnny! No. Congratulations to the young lady who got her honors. Because you can see Sister Ramona I live with emotional hurt. In a fear mind, and when I talk to her, remember depression, the depressed why she calling over here, we did have a topic. And how me get to know her, she was going through depression, stress, everything upon her, nobody to talk to. And I saw me make planka people reach out to her. You remember? And enough people, some people ask for God for forgiveness and move on with their life. Oh, the notification. Hold on, Tammy. And if me. Alright, sorry about that. Auntie Dana is not judging, she's entitled to her opinion. But a few people calling already to say, oh, they resent their mother because they let them do abortion. Alright. Sometimes giving up a kid for adoption is a blessing. Again, it's just simplistic to generalize cases come with complexity. Very much so, Marlon. But I'm just saying for the child, a lot of them don't get over it. And as we see, Ramona case, she don't get over nothing what happened to her, but she excelled through it. She got through, but there's a lot of hurt, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of questions. What me do for me, if you listen to her when she talk, although she use her situation to excel herself, there is a lot of questions in her mind. There's a lot of why did it have happened to me? I never did nothing to deserve this. And it's hard for people like she get over. Although she excel, although she reached to a certain level, that part of it can emotionally affect her for the rest of her life, because she keeps having this resentment feeling, this abandonment feeling inside of her head. So she, on one hand, she doing very well, but on the emotional side of it, she hurt. And I don't know how she going to get over this, because I listen to this young Miss Stark. Although she get her valedictorian and she strive and she holding up her head, there is something in her where it's like she have to come to some form of open this agreement, find out what caused her to be in the position that she's in. And this is why you say people have emotional scars, depression, and can't get. You have some rich people have everything at their Black Panther, come on. You have some rich people have everything at them fingertips. Money, cars, houses, this, that, all the luxury life. But there's something that is inside of them, emotional scar from them young. We eat them out. So not care what them achieve in a life. Them still not happy. And this is where we come in. This is where you come in, you guys. If we stand up for you. And therapy sometimes does not help. I have a donor on my program, and we can discuss this, but no name calling. This donor was raped when he was young. Raped. Remember this little guy, him don't know nothing, never no gear, never nothing. He was raped at a young age by somebody who he knew, who he trusted. You know, when you look up it, that's why we have to say as mother, we have to open up our eye to our surrounding and to who our kids go around. Like you live in a yard, you have a family yard, and uncle live there, neighbor come there. And they raped the little boy when he was boy 11 or 9 years old. I don't remember which to be precise, because I speak to many different people at times. And this little boy has never gotten over the trauma that the man raped him. He grew up feeling abandoned, resentment, everything you can name off. From he got raped, them start calling him gay. You're a batty boy. Everybody come with the word batty boy because they knew of the situation. Mind you, this was a normal little child growing up. He was jeered on by family members, community members, everybody, that he ran away from the area that he was living. And that is why I always emphasize and said that Auntie Dana is not biased, and Auntie Dana is not prejudiced, and God is the only judge. When he ran away because of what was happening, because remember, you live in a certain area and people know that things happen to you. People know that somebody raped you, especially as a boy child. It's not the Jamaica where persons are going to be compassionate. You pass up the road, go a batty boy, because that is what Jamaicans are good for. Boy, your son a batty man. Go at this, go at that, and that affected the child. The child had to run away, he never got over it. It comes to a stage where when he ran away, because that is how I got the story from him, from her now. He had to be sleeping all about at Kingston all about. He got the opportunity. And he went to one of the small island. I don't know how he reached there. And when he went away, because of what happened to him, it changed his life. He didn't want it to be a boy anymore. He wanted to turn over his life. He wanted to start fresh because he never wanted to be a boy for people to see him and remember that him, and that is why he have a sex change. He changed over himself. He said, Auntie Donna, if God seen me or so, but me can't live with the fact that everybody see me and knows I'm me. He wanted to change his identity, which he did. And a lot of the times people say people like this, they don't know what bring them to this, because let me tell you now, everybody can look at it and say, boy, when him go change himself for, see me and living in my shoes are two different things. And him say him couldn't get over it, him couldn't. And even though him do a sex change, him still have the feeling of what happened to him when him young. You understand? Him still is like it whatever the ordeal with it, and when me tell you, so when it affect when people sexually abuse certain kind of people, kids, it's not something where them can grow out and get over. And up to until this day, she's living her life from a boy to a woman. And if she tell you her story, people lick her down, chop her in her head with board. Do are all kind of things. This little boy never do nothing for deserve nothing what happened to him. He was just being a human, being a little boy. And a grown adult man raped him at a young age. And the community, instead of the people them in there, embrace him. Boy, I miss Patty's son, I miss Daddy's son, I miss Molly's son. Make we love him because him never deserve nothing what happened. The same people, family members and community members make it become a turn in him head. So to this instance that him grow up and don't want to have nothing to do with the boy section. He never chose that life. That life chose him. Because the moment that person sexually molested him, they changed his life forever. And the shame, him couldn't walk. Him said, Miss Donna, I couldn't walk at the time. Now sometimes he's living with regrets, and then if he make the right decision, it's like it's like in life, her life mash up. Remember, you know, same as how that's why I open up my eye upon Joshy. Same as how I have my Joshy, I come little boy I go to school. Man see him and take him up and deal with him. He mash him up for the rest of his life. So sometimes when I see some people do some things, I want to burn them out and I condemn them and I said this. Pray for them. Not judge them, not criticize them. Because you don't know the ordeal that they went through to be where they are today. Some of them have fight some demons. But no. We have Jamaican. We love to criticize. Love to take the lemon and the ginger and the pepper and rub in the womb. Remember, you know? And this affected him from a childhood age until him go abroad, work, because him no want to be remembered for that type of person that him was. Sad. Hide. Because when she do that, change her name now, people not gonna know her because she have a different look. You understand? A different look. Just for the shame. It's imperative for people who are in position of trust be trustworthy. Times are serious, and if you notice an adult acting inappropriately towards a child, call them out. No predators around here. Yes. So Ramona story, she have emotional scars. Madonna story have emotion. You see, anytime me see that person call me, my heart like you me I do, me always try to find the time to call and ask what's happening. Because sometimes she just wants somebody fit. Sometimes me I talk and I be a crying auntie and I please pray for me. Me can't manage. Me feel like to give up my life. Me feel like to take my life. Because the burden of what them went through when them they by themselves, it affect them mentally. Because them I look on it and I say, look how me coming at this way, me not trouble nobody. What me do for deserve this? Oh, come on and tell me about God. Why God make this happen to me? And at them question they ask me. And me can't answer. Because remember if me I preach God every day. And me tell you say God can part the Red Sea. And me tell you say God can move the mountain. And me say God can do the impossible. For somebody where something happens so Jesus. For somebody where something happened to like that when I do nothing. Them I go question if God is who him say we say who him is. Why did God allow that to happen to them? And them not do nothing. Where you as a child of God I go send on to them. Remember you know, you are trying to tell them about God. You are trying to tell them say God can change. But the fact of the matter is them I tell you say why did God make for them life come so? Where them do? What happened? How come them reaching at this situation if God is so powerful? Why God never stop? And at times when she asks me these things, I don't know where to answer and say. Because me, I try to put it in to this person's brain, say God is gonna take you through it. God is gonna do this. But them ask me where God did there. When Miss Dana raped me, me never do nothing at all. Me did have my jolly lifestyle. Me can't get over it. Morning. What me I go say? Tell me now as a Christian how you would have answer. As somebody when know your Bible, or what you would have say, the devil do it, but if God is love, how come God make that happen? When these things question come upon me, I don't know what to answer and say. Because you are trying to entertain somebody and say, look here, whatever the circumstances that you went through, God is able, God will take you through it. But what God did there when me I go through it, what God did there when he married me, I not deserve it, me was a child. And people live through emotional scars. I go through. Some people you see I walk and some people you see sit down, you know. Some things that them go through in a life, you know. And they never get over it. Till depression take them. And the people where if you trust now, if you say, boy, make we look out for him because I'm a little pitney and he never deserved this and so. Them same one walk and predator when them him a pass. Big grown ass man. Big grown ass woman. Little pitney start flood it. How you think a person like that I go feel and feel about God? They have to seek healing, and sometimes healing, no matter how much healing them get, they never get over it till them dead. You never know. No matter how much healing, how much therapy session, they never get over it. You know? And I feel like in Jamaica here, our children are not protected. Or we should have protect them as parents. They're left up vulnerable. Some children, not all. We load them up too much. Monique or Marshall, you are speaking correctly, but how do you tell somebody who dignity was taken from them that once they accept Christ, they can pass their burdens to Him? And that is why a lot of us fail to, as Christians, we reflect from the truth and we stray away from the truth. Remember, we say God is love. How can you tell somebody who that happened to, who questioning God? How can you convince that person? Are you going to tell them, say, God made that happen to them? Where was God? That them a question you where you don't know what to tell them. So you have people who not believe in a God because of certain things that happen to them. They never get over it. A lot of people, when things happen, I did remember of a story that did happen one couple years ago in Jamaica. A lot of you might be familiar. A lady said she was a stalwart woman of God, she and her husband and her family. And gunman come and kill her for her husband. Shoot up her house, kill her for her husband, and one of her picnic them did get shot. And she turned from God because she said she never do nothing wrong. And why God allow gunman to come in her house, come do her something. Sometimes the devil himself places himself in a certain situation. You understand? But we as believers, we know about God. We know say God can move the mountain by faith. And we know say God never fail us. And that's why the task coming and the work coming to convince somebody who got through something to tell them say that God is able. You can't go tell them say God allow them to get raped. You can never tell them that. You have to just say the devil come in play. You don't tell them that. No, you can't tell them that. You have to say the devil come in play to rob, steal, kill and destroy. You understand? Off with their heads. No. You know? So, a lot of people live with certain things. They must struggle, they must go through. But part of them a fight and the other part a bring them back. You understand? So that's why I reach out to every mother out there and aunties and family members. Don't neglect your family. Don't neglect your child. Especially mothers. As much as we here to admit the devil win at times, we need to stay prayed up. Definitely. The correct words to tell him. Not care much correct word me tell him. The correct word me tell him. In mindset. Her mindset set a certain way. You understand? Because that person have it in them brain say God failed them. God never did it when everything did happen. That's how them believe. How can I convince them otherwise? How can Auntie Dana now convince them? God loves you, of course. Sometimes certain things have to happen for you to come and know God. Well, God is wicked then if they make this happen to me. You understand? So, the devil only wins if you allow it. If the devil wins. I'm here watching a dead video. Men need to be held accountable as well. God will see that person through. Yes, me and you know that, but to the person, how we convince them. We have to pray for them. Ask God to give them a special touch. You understand? I know say people were physically, were emotionally scarred, hard to heal, especially when them a question God. I remember the pastor man when two sons them drowned a country. And I knew somebody would know them. And I remember the pastor man couldn't preach none at all upon the public, upon the pulpit. The two boys were Christians, were child of God. And I remember me I listened to something I hear the man I said, the pastor man I asked God, what him do for deserve this? When children them do? All him know for do a worship and praise him. How come that happened to him two picnic them? You remember that story there? Him couldn't find himself. I don't know about now. How him feel now. Like them begin to question God. And what happened to them? So when people, that is why a lot of people question if there's a God when these terrible things happen. Yeah, that was in America. The two students who got drowned. Remember that story that the pastor couldn't preach. He couldn't bring himself to preach. Because he began to question God why this happened to him. Why the two boys? Yeah, the one. You don't remember the story? And the pastor man couldn't go up on pulpit. Couldn't take up the mic. Couldn't do nothing in our church. Everything affect him. And look how good you be in a life. Things will happen to you. If things will happen to the bad, much less. The miss from Klein and not Mandeville, I know. I don't know which part, me know say country, the pastor man. Him start back now, but at the time when it happened, him start back now? Okay, that is so good. You know? That your pastor wife passed. And my pastor from his wife dead. He never stop preach. I never see that man shed that tears of your water. Well, he might be shed it in our house. Him come out at this him preach more. At this him honor God more. At this him say God call her home for do him work. And I never see him with another woman. If any have any, I don't know. Lack of faith because the pastor should have called it a win. You can't say that now because you never in a situation at the time. Remember you hear say two picnic dead one time. Any part of your limb go broke down. You see all the mic can run past it. You understand? Remember when them, as you say, when they drove in his pit, nine lions, then everything happened to him in there. Sore. Everything take him down there. The wife said, curse God and die. And live. And him said, no. But not everybody had the spirit with Job have. And every Christian, some Christian make them go out there and a gunman stick them up now and hold a gun upon them and say, if you not curse God, me bust shot all in your head. How much of them have to say, me not curse God? How much are we so faithful and just? And I go say, me I stand up for God. No found I go and see the gun, pull out. No found I go run and say, me not say no God because you don't want dead. That's why the Bible says, oh ye that is little in faith. So sometimes, a human being at the end of the day. Good morning, good morning. So there you are a reason. Second topic again. Week before last or last, me read a story. Me read a story. Montego Bay or Westmoreland, I don't remember precisely where. But the man going at the bar and throw the acid on the bartender. And burn her up. Hold on. And it was Daniel in the lion. Then we are humans and we are not strong. Me look me saw next lady this morning. Where one man burn her up with acid. Yeah. May I get this something them today? Burn her up with acid. Down at Westmoreland. Me I try to find the story if I find it. I never screenshot it and it jump off of my phone. I didn't want to read something I couldn't hear. When I see it, I say, but I not see something like this last week up in Jamaica, yeah? Hold on. Lancashire, I never screenshot this something. I never remember if I screenshot it. So I don't remember when I see it. I can't talk about it then because I don't remember which page I see it on. I never look. All the scroll, me not see it. And I say, I come, where do people find acid to buy? Me I tell you, it look like they make them want acid, my dear. When I look at the Chinese looking girl, and I read the story, and I see all the people them say the man pass them and grown, they go with her up. I want to show you the girl how the girl, this happened down in Africa one day. Mighty God, I remember the page and I just see it, you know. And I say, me that come out from talk about. And I look how the girl burn up, the girl mouth twist around here, so. Then forget capital punishment for them something there, for acid. Get it from my plumber. Until the day is fast approach, when we know who is for God, who is not. These are the days of sorrow and tribulation. That are true. I can't find the page Lancashire. When somebody burn you up with acid, you know, them take your life, but you still a breathe. When somebody burn you up with acid, Lancashire, them take your life, but you're still breathing. You don't understand what I mean? I don't know what somebody could have done me in this world. When me and somebody could have, that's me want to turn them in a monkey. Eh? Where somebody could have, where somebody could have done me, that's me have it in my heart to go wet them up. And most of the time, one time gone when me I come and me younger, and you hear about acid or dash, a woman used to wet up woman with acid. Wicked woman used to never, them man they would one woman up the road. Or them man they would another woman and because them jealous or envy. Then go they go back acid them. And turn them in a monkey. You remember them days there? But right now, a pure man a acid woman. Eh? Wagwan. Pure man a acid woman plank a shop. can't, I don't remember when I see it. I don't remember how IG work. How you find back a story. Another time I will see it come up, because I don't know which part it is. You use it for drain. Them not, you can't go certain place go buy acid. When I see how the little girl nice, I see the man a showing at the bar, and I say, look how the man pass him out the door and come wet him up with the acid and run gone. Capital punishment them the people and things that was a regular thing in Jamaica. Yeah, back in the days, but yeah, when me a come and me always hear say acid a go on a woman, me see a dash woman and hear about woman a walk with acid wet up near that woman. Insecure woman. Them a throw it pan. Them a dash the acid pan and them a damage them. But now when you look on it, most of them a know be a man a do it. Where they get it from, me no know. Who sell them it, me no know. And whosoever acid you, them plan to take out your life. Them plan to bury you. Them plan for you not live no more. I can't find it. Spirit person is real for you. Fresh will go back to the earth and rot and feed your spirit more fast than prayer. Definitely. Should just turn it around back on him. Look at the girl. So evil of things that I see happen in Jamaica. Yeah. Some things that I see are transpire. Imagine you left to go work. All me hear one other one say the girl go in the bathroom and them a look for her and they don't see her. When you take a stop, then go find her in a bathroom, tap out dead. Wow, when you hear about that story this morning, the art of mankind, some things were happen. But I see something for which part I see it. I remember when I see it, I mark things when I see it. Yes, how this man we that talk about this in a while ago. Autistic teen patient allegedly raped at KPH. Allegedly, me I read when I say me not add on. Me hear say, I'm read it, I couldn't hear when me hear. A 17-year-old autistic 17-year-old girl who was allegedly raped by a contractor at KPH Public Kingston Hospital on Saturday, where she was being treated for seizure. The hospital is investigating the incident. The girl mother, whose name has been withheld to protect her child's identity, told Radio Jamaica News on Monday that when she went to visit KPH, her daughter was missing from the hospital bed. She said she alerted the nurse and went in search of her child. When she found her daughter, the girl was crying and reported that the person up there had sex with her. Errol Green, head of the Southeast Regional Health Authority, said he was informed of the incident this Sunday morning and the matter has been reported. The police conducting their investigation has visited the hospital. I am advised and statements are being taken and the investigation is well underway. We have also asked the consultant psychiatrist to review the patient and to provide a report, he disclosed. Mr. Green said concerns have been raised about the admission of patients with mental health challenge at the facility, as there is no dedicated section for these patients. Oh, so then if you carry them down a Jubilee, down a Bellevue. He also pointed out that the establishment of a dedicated ward or area for mentally ill patients would be a policy decision which would be out of his remit. We have some concerns about the high level of mental patients that are on the ward with regular patients We have some concern, but I am not aware. I have not seen the reports and the detailed reports, so I can't say at this time that there was a breach admitted. So now here they know hospital now know we fit mentally challenged people. So it look like when mentally challenged people take it down, them have to carry them down a Bellevue. Tell me now, the woman carry her 17-year-old daughter. I'm going to my room, Lancashire. Because I get hot out here, so. The woman carry her 17-year-old daughter go hospital. She go get take care of. She autistic. That means she have a disability. And you want to tell me, say, the place where you carry your daughter, all them sitting there could not, I don't think them sitting there could happen in foreign. Any foreign people they pay them sitting could happen in foreign. Eh? Them something I could happen in foreign people because I don't know more me, because I live in Jamaica, I live in foreign. You want to tell me, say the lady carrying her daughter to get, and this dirty nasty man, this dirty creature take up the woman, pick me and rape her off up there, have sex with her? Or in England, them not mix them up. You know, say I don't know. I know, say most people when they sick, then go to the Bellevue hospital. To the mentally challenged people go to the Bellevue. I don't know of them. But Bellevue and autistic are two different places. Security needed. We are human. Alright, somebody highlight me there. Because probably me not know this. If a child is autistic, right, have a disability, which hospital them to carry them? Some male nurses do it in patients in America. Where then carry them planka shop when a child who is autistic? To the front, near. Okay, and it happened in America a lot. A woman was sedated and raped by a male nurse. She got pregnant and they did a DNA to see which male nurse did the act. And they found out she who have children. You there? Okay, I'll talk to Paula, you know, come up on the line. It happens. All things are happening here. Hold on the planka shop. Regular hospital, okay. Them say regular hospital. Hold on, I can't Paula. Yes, Miss Paula. I am fine. Yes, but guess what? In the afternoon, I go Paula. Because I not too long down exercise, and I depend on the life a little bit. And when I done, I go buy the glass then. And then I go call you and we go. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Jamaica not so equipped. I not take them to the hospital for autistic. I'm going to Bellevue. And autistic have a disability no mean say they're mad or them have mental problem or so. You understand? Regular hospital with, you know that me say? Autistic no mean say something wrong with them. Them only have a disability. You understand? Well, Jamaica, we are on the bottom with them something, you know, cause I don't think we have any hospital out here we cater for that. For this type of disability. The security sleep with them too. Well, I don't know what it going to be allegedly because I don't have any proof about that. No special need until they have different doctors for you. One of our patients raped another patient that was on hospice. Anything happen anywhere, but it would be serious lawsuit. And it's got to do with nothing with madness. No madness. Then that me say that's why they couldn't carry the person to the Bellevue. Because Bellevue, if the person autistic have a mental problem, but a lot of autistic children just have the disability, them not mental. They're normal. Me know a little autistic little girl. She can sing, yeah? She can do all kind of something. And make all bead. You know? But Jamaica, I think Jamaica have no way for autistic people like a hospital, like we have America have a hospital for disability. Should be accompanied by a guardian or a parent and they go to normal facility. I couldn't, they always put the place of patient with a sitter, so their parents may choose to stay with them or put in a group home in Canada. Some parents choose to raise their own, yes. And this is where we fall short in a lot of area out here. Because there's no, they not implement now when up there for them. I remember I used to go for children, them used to have one section over there where you see a lot of artistic children over there. I don't know if that still happen. Then used to have a little part up there. I don't know if it still happen. Yeah. They go regular doctors. It's not disability, they have mental needs. True. And then loving, you see, mighty God, my cousin did have one artistic son, Cheryl. The little boy loving him just hug you up and a kiss you so. Most artistic children, them very loving. And if you see one who throw tantrum, something really doing. But then most of them loving. Very, 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 very loving. You would have considered O'Neill as artistic too, don't? O'Neill would have be artistic? Because him have a disability. Who would consider? You know? Only would have considered O'Neill as. Very, you know, hear me say? Oh no. Some say yes, some say no. No. Oh, I'm artistic? Okay. All me know him loving. Anytime him hear my voice I come, a beer wine. Yeah, but if O'Neill, I don't know how him know my voice, you know. But if O'Neill hears Auntie Dana come, a beer whining up and down and dolly up and down and jovialness him go on. Them loving. Yeah. My best friend. When you ever see when O'Neill hear my voice? Oh, at that time, I remember when Mr. Basso died and I went up there at the funeral. O'Neill put on a piece of dancing. And that's what I know saying could have dance. You know? So them very, very loving. I never buck up on an artistic child when not loving. Them very loving. O'Neill, yes, he must know your voice, he's not deaf. Yeah, he only can't talk. Why he behave that way? Yeah, man. And Trish near artistic too? Eh? Yes, you would have said. How would I classify Trish Pankasha? And Mr. English. Them have a disability or them is artistic because I don't know the difference. Like that because they don't act a certain way. How would I classify Trish and Mr. English? Trish can't talk good. Disability. Mental challenges. Okay. Because he don't, disability. Okay. She's mentally slow, but she look normal. Artistic, all of them have a special, a certain type of look. So you they have a form of autism because you know you treat them. It's possible they are on the spectrum. Autism is a developmental disability. Okay, then say Mr. English that is not artistic. Well, me know so my cousin did have an artistic son. I mean, it's so nice. So nice. And them always a smile and them always a hug you. And they all have the same kind of look. Them all have the same kind of look, with special needs, auntie. Oh, Trishana was a high functioning. Okay. And you know, I don't know what happened. A lot of people in Jamaica. And when them have an artistic child, it's like some take care of the child, some don't want to have nothing to do with them. Remember them are human being too, you know. They are human and I want to bring them. Yeah, some parents take care of them picnic, dress them up, carry them up. Them are human being and they understand, they listen to you, they know what you say. They move and do everything. That's why I want to know all the lady I cut them. I know that they for them come for me. All the lady where her son died, where they kill her son. And now nobody can see a fear phone. But make me left that alone because Jamaica me live. You understand? And Tyranny. Tyranny no artistic. She have a disability. She have a disability. We wouldn't call her artistic. She have a birth disability where she born that way. Artistic children then grow, them have a look, as you see them, all of them look the same. I forgot. Like you more said Down syndrome. No so. Down syndrome and artistic, not the same thing. No look. When somebody have Down syndrome, what you call it? If I say the word artistic one more time. Hold on there. Some say yes, some say no. Well, that's what me call artistic. Down syndrome. No, not me. Oh, well, no, not the same. She is different because me. Well, a Down syndrome me I thought then. Down syndrome are the one them will look the same. So what let me see something. Artistic this. Let me Google something here, Planka Shop, because honest to God, me I have it, the Down syndrome and the artistic are the same thing, because a Down syndrome, my little cousin did have. What is the difference between artistic and Down syndrome? The condition arises from different causes. As Down syndrome is a chromosomal CHROMOSOMAL. I'm going to ask Google nothing for you, God. Down syndrome is a chromosomal. I saw you go Planka Shop. I want to come Google up here now for. Me try pronounce. Wait there. Wait. Lord, give me the strength. Alright. Down syndrome is a chromosomal disorder, whereas multiple genetic, environmental, and biological factors may contribute to autism. Both can be accompanied by learning disabilities. Are basically the same thing. And challenges in socializing. Autism versus Down syndrome. Let me read something. Come know when we come up chromosomal. Alright, Tommy. When it comes to autism, let me see. What are the characteristics of Down syndrome? Janai, come here. Bring my phone to make Tommy explain something for me. The charity phone. Because I have to call in Dr. Tommy, you know. Listen what it says. People with Down syndrome are characterized by certain physical features. Below is a list of common characteristics of Down syndrome. A face with flattened features, especially along the bridge of the nose. Eyes that are almond-shaped and slant upwards. A shortened neck. Small ears. A tongue that may stick out of the mouth. White spots on the iris-colored part of the eye. Small hands and feet, a single line across the palm of the hand, pinky fingers that sometimes curves toward the thumb, poor muscle tone or loose joints, shorter in height. Alright, we are going to look at Down syndrome now. We are going to look at the image. Me soon come. When it comes to autism versus Down syndrome, there are differences between autism and Down syndrome as well as similarities. The conditions arise from different causes as Down syndrome is a cross. Come out.
Check it out.
Sit down here. You get on the bed, man. Oh, there. Sit there. Hold on the plank a shot. Make me try pronounce. One Tommy fi call. Tommy, see the phone here. It dead. Hold on there. You can't call it Tommy. Wait there. Let me educate myself because that me I use social media for edify and educate. It depends 1%, Tommy. Wait. I will say get the bell. Don't leave me alone. Wait now. Yes. The conditions arise from different causes as Down syndrome is a yes, some kind of muscle disorder, whereas multiple generic environmental and biological factors may contribute to autism. Both can be accompanied. I'm going to stop laughing now by learning disabilities and challenging in socializing. Here are a few similarities. One of the primary similarities between autism and Down syndrome is that they both negatively impact communication. Eye contact may present a challenge during one-to-one conversation, and there may be limited ability for reciprocal conversation. Similarities can occur in behavior as well as both conditions may lead to restricted interests that they may seem strange to others. Other similarities may include adhering to a strict routine, repetitive play, sensory difference, anxiety, and developmental delays. Them say them basically different, man. Where there are similarities in some of the behaviors, there are also significant differences. For example, while people with Down syndrome may struggle to communicate more fully with an appropriate grammar, they are often friendly and enjoy socializing. Some individuals with ASD, on the other hand, they prefer to be alone and may not enjoy socializing. When interacting with peers, those on the spectrum may completely disregard others or play parallel to them but not to them. Those with Down syndrome tend to copy and play with others. So it's similar. I love them. Pink one. We can't manage it is similar, guys. Autism and Down syndrome is, me look on the images. Alright. One is Down syndrome and one have autism. Boy. Let me show you. See them say? One with Down syndrome and another with autism. Let me see. Let me wipe off the lens. So me I go show you. So, hold on planka shop. Cause Google now lie so. The difference is the shapes of the face. The shape of the hold on. This is the autism, the Down syndrome, and this one here is the autism, no sir? Yeah, they look alike. See them say? One son with Down syndrome and another with the autism. See there? Similar. They are alright. Tommy, you call in there. Call in. Let me put the phone. Teacher Tommy, call in because you deal with both of them. Tommy like to help persons with disabilities, autism. So autism look different. So we have to educate ourselves and edify ourselves because all along, me I classify Down syndrome as autism. You understand? Tommy, call me on the Canada number. Down syndrome has different eyes. I have two nephews. One have Down syndrome and one have autism. They are different. Oh, it's different. Okay. I remember here with Tommy. I say, yeah, Tommy, edify me there.
Donna, don't
Educate
make a
me.
pop up in a. Look
Pronounce the
here,
word for me,
before
Tommy.
we even start this conversation, right? So, good afternoon, everybody. You are going to pronounce these words, okay?
Yes.
So, crow. So, you know, crow, where you always are called?
Yeah, crow.
Mo, as in mojo.
Chromo.
And so, as in, is that so?
Chromoso.
And mal, as in the word we mean bad in Spanish.
Chromoso.
So, chromosomal.
What a banger. Wrong. Don't know what me did say.
You say same thing, but it. So them gonna put you everywhere today. So it's chromosomal, which is coming from the word chromosome, and then the other word is reciprocal, right? So say that one they know.
I want to find myself in. Look at me over here going good with my class, man.
No, and you're going good. You're
What a
listen.
banger wrong in the idea. I'm here after in
It's not
anyway
a
trouble them
banger.
go pick up it. So when we study
No,
that
say reciprocal.
reciprocal and chromos
Fantastic. No, okay.
chromosome
Chromosomal.
chromosomal, yes. Alright, me now forgot it.
Fantastic. All right. So, uh, Down syndrome. So, people, I'm not an expert, so stop the teacher coming. But anyway, I deal with a lot of them. So, anyway, so someone who's autistic and somebody who has Down syndrome, their physical features are different. You remember when you went to the house in Paji Beach and the lady had that daughter that she was hiding under the bed or near the bed?
Oh,
You
yes.
remember when you go say,
Yes.
she is Down syndrome. So normally you can tell that they're like them droopy face, the eyes, they're shorter and most times plumper in stature. And the thing with their tongue is also true, but they're very, very friendly. Always want to come hug you, come
Yes.
touch you,
That is
stuff like that.
that
Yeah.
is Down syndrome.
Yes. And then when somebody is autistic, so there's various forms of autism. It depends, somebody who's on the spectrum. There's another thing called Asperger's syndrome. Then you have high functioning autistic people and low functioning. So the high functioning ones would be the ones who they can talk, they can do stuff, but still there's something upstairs where make it all come together. Right? Or some of them they can be like extremely, extremely brilliant. You have also non-verbal. Some of them who don't talk. Like there's a little boy that I deal with in Portland. Joshua, bless him. I'm going to send something for Joshua weekend actually, where they have this movement. So it's like flapping, where they flap their arms, or they sort of repeat a certain movement. Some of them bang their heads against the wall. So this little boy Joshua, him have to wear a helmet to protect his head, because him bang him head against the walls, and they are set in their ways, like routine. If it's a red cup them used to, you cannot give them a yellow cup.
Oh.
If you give them a yellow cup, is all hell breaks loose. You understand? And sometimes the low functioning ones, they can't really string sentences together. They will just say the basics. So they might say ma, or one word answers. Do you understand? I don't know, there's this film, what was the little boy? There was this little boy, and I think he came in a film with Bruce Willis. And it's something to do with numbers. I don't know if anybody remember that film, but a lot of the times, like you will have autistic people who are extremely bright, like brilliant. As soon as you say anything to them, all they must say is numbers and big words and stuff like that. Do you understand? And then you have the ones who are on the lower spectrum, where they can't really do anything for themselves. They need parental guidance, like throughout from childhood straight into adulthood.
Okay. So in Jamaica, your Tommy, there's not a lot of diagnosis. I think parents get the proper diagnosis. So when somebody have Down syndrome and autistic, people act like all me now. Me never really know the difference. So me call somebody with Down syndrome, Down syndrome, me I say them autistic and Down syndrome are the same thing. That's how me always I say. You understand?
Yeah, and you remember Sydney's son, I can't remember what he's called.
Yes, Sydney's son was
He's a
Down
Downs,
syndrome.
he was a Downs, yeah. So in Jamaica, what I know, I don't know if things have changed now, but I don't know if you remember the lady called Maya Chung.
Yes.
I don't remember which
She have a
channel.
disabled
I think she has
child.
about, no, not I think her 3 boys are autistic. So she actually opened, I think must be the first center in Jamaica to cater for that form of disability. It's not one pitney she have with autistic.
Wow, I know
And I
about
think,
one of them.
yeah, but
She used to
guess
come
what
on the
happened now?
news. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like near Michael practicing school or something around there, but it is very expensive. And a lot of the times, you see, since you come about with this charity program, it has opened my eyes because me never know say the number of disabled children in Jamaica
Yeah,
was
man.
so many.
True.
And a lot of the time, so a whole heap of them is deal with from Portland to St. Anne. But guess what happened? So the parents, they are not educated by these health
No.
workers. So you might see a child who is slow to speak. So a 3-year-old and them nothing. And some kids, they are late starters. But then you have some of them where they are not developed. So some parents, the boy not chat. Actually, you cut him here too early.
Yes,
but then
true.
there's a problem. But these health workers, honestly, I don't think the government or wherever them go train them enough to spot special needs. You understand?
True.
Because they're not patient enough with the parents or guardians, and then the parents and guardians in turn, they become frustrated because they say, oh, the pitney are 3, the pitney are 4, and him not talk when they don't, or they have behavioral problems, like proper behavioral problems, them get trouble, and you think this pitney is rude, but it's not, that is because of their situation, and they have not been diagnosed. Do you understand?
True. Yeah, because
Yeah.
a lot of the time when you see parents with these kind of children, autistic and Down syndrome, a lot of them frustrated. You can't carry them
Yeah.
on taxi because taxi man I say, them no want this pan this. This the one here say
Yeah.
this, that the one there say this, you know? Alright.
And sometimes as
One young
well,
girl who
so,
come down here, she live in Alien here. I feel she autistic too.
but you can't just diagnose
No,
people so
man.
that because there are many
I'm a little
different
friend.
forms of
Wagwan.
developmental,
Yeah.
like intellectually developmental disabilities. There's many different ones. So a little girl that I dealt with, I think was it last month or so, somewhere from Spanish Town. Whatever, I think was she have cerebral palsy, but it looks like her body, she can't do nothing for herself, but her face looks fine. Like there's so many things, and I wish, honestly, I wish when these women attend their clinic appointments, the nurses or the midwife who did it just, kind of provide some form of guidance. Say, we're not saying this is what's going to happen to your child, but in the event you spot this, and this is where you can get help. Or the CDA or the CPFSA, they can do that, because so many children go undiagnosed and them just stay home and do nothing, even though it's difficult for them to sort of advance intellectually. But just to go to a special needs school, at least they will feel some sort of normalcy among people who have special needs like themselves.
True.
And Lord, mega preach now, we are in Child's
Month, yes.
We are in Child's Month.
Yes.
So, I know me see already, I'm done with the general population. So I will be celebrating special needs children, but done with general population. I don't know why. Because some people feel too entitled. Donna, some whole heap of things, I learned some things about these children, some condition where I have never heard before. Me, they have to take up myself and I Google. One lady in St. Thomas, I can't remember, it started with W, me have to search in my phone. and the kid is probably about, I don't know how, if she had 12 and she's never been to school, but the other day she messaged me and said she finally get her into a special needs institution. Also, when we hear as well, which I think is absolutely disgraceful, you have these schools that are private, so parents have to pay for the pitney them go to these special needs school. I think that's absolutely disgraceful because it's all, resources. If you don't set yourself away in Jamaica, if you don't have the resources, how somebody will struggle with a disabled, one or two disabled children will feed, mackerel rice or chicken baka rice, how them go get for pay
money
school fee?
Yeah. But what happened to micro not deal with Down syndrome students too?
No, remember, say Jamaica has 14 parishes, Donna.
Oh, yes,
so
yes.
Last year when I was doing, like, I was buying lunches or whatever, cater for some schools, and I said people for drop some suggestion, and I dealt with centers in Mobile. You hear about ones in Sab. There was a little boy as well, Alex. When they get the glasses, I don't know if you remember that, him and him brother.
Yeah, by Miss Phoenix.
Yeah, Alex was special needs. He was Down syndrome. I remember him brother, but the two of them did end up get glasses. And you have some of these schools, they charge. I feel like this is where the government should have stepped in, or even some corporate entities, and try to sponsor these learning centers, because these children are being left by the wayside.
100%. Enough that you see.
Yeah, understand.
All right, like these parents, especially an artistic child, these parents when me live Larissa area, parents don't know the differences of artistic child. So then we have all a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old that go school. And them go school and teacher say, boy, this child and I learn something wrong with the child. You have to the normal school, I don't know. You have to find somewhere carry the child go, one different school, then can learn. Then I recommend no way. Them don't know no way.
Yes.
And the parents left now with the picnic a yard. So Jamaica on this level, the government needs to implement things like these. Like every parish should have a school that caters for them children here. Because every parish have all 5 different schools, 4 different schools. And no special, not that I know of. I'm not saying it not there, but me not know of it. Every parish should have a school set up for disability.
But it shouldn't be like, say, every parish like that. Like, it should be multiple schools, because you have some parishes that are huge. It's massive.
Even, all right, for start out, say every parish should have one then. You understand? Because when these parents go to school and then children, teacher go say, boy, I learn man in car, you have to go find someone sending a car. And most of the time, they say, carry them on a micro. So St. Thomas, this parish, that parish should have.
When you have something there, when you have I think there's like you have to be on like a waiting list, and the cost to have the diagnosis. I remember one lady from St. Thomas, she that tell me like, say, if they take the child, it's something like $7,000, and they're like, even if the government cannot afford to per se build a school in each community, me feel like, say, like you have grade 1 to whatever, then take a classroom and have these
good idea, and have it good idea, Tammy.
Something like that, so at least those children will be represented, and you don't have to travel from Sav, go Mobile and play, and stuff like that. But
let me tell you what happened in Jamaica too. Society, children, people in the community, when you have a child with a disability, autistic or Down syndrome, the community, Lord, are picking a handicap. A handicap she bring. And that put a strain on the mother them too. I don't know why we stay so, you know. Honest to God, I don't know why we stay so. I don't know. So you have a watch out with a handicap. And I saw them and that
needs to take place. People need to understand. And you know what as well? I think there are some schools, like if you have what would you call it, like a basic school, some of the like principals or head teachers of the school, they'll be lenient enough to say, the kid is a little bit special, send him come to school anyway. But I know everybody will do that, because at the end of the day, they cannot facilitate these children because they don't know what is wrong with all of them, and it will create a strain on the teaching population as well as on the other students.
And the other day, may I say to the government, lock out here. For example, you will have 50 bus a pass. And I don't think out of the 52 of them is set for certain disability children. It not and if them do have one bus who pass Mountain View say for disability, all one time a day you see it. You know, certain things that implement for children with special needs, autism, disability, Down syndrome. Jamaica not equipped so. When you go foreigner, you look, especially Canada, where me see, and them is number one priority over Canada, you know.
Yeah, man. In Europe, because first of all, they have buses that are adapted with when the bus stop, if there's this lever them press and the bus go down and there's a ramp, or they can wheel on them wheelchair. Yeah, wheel on them wheelchair upon the bus. Like if somebody is blind, you know, can use a cane. That is also taken into consideration. Guide dogs are allowed on the buses. So you can't just go up on the bus with any regular dog in England. Guide dogs are allowed, and they have to have the yellow thing on the dog to say it's a guide dog. I know Jamaica is a far way from getting to that level, but what they can do when they might import the buses, where come especially the big JUTC buses, they should bear that in mind. Say,
Tommy, every minute them they catch a fire.
Everybody have family we can
I do everything them they bust they allegedly safe to carry disabled children on. Yes. Every minute one catch a fire and he catch a fire from the front. One morning left here fire. I do everything them they safe enough to carry them.
No, hang on a second, don't make you leave what talk what your government need to do.
No, me just say the bus them. The big bus them where they have a run up and down. They don't think they safe to carry this able people in night we can't move fast. Cause I don't know what happened to them. Every minute you hear say one catch a fire. They never know that.
Because probably they're not being maintained properly, and some of the bus drivers are to blame as well because they run and mash up the gear stick and everything. So wear and tear. I remember that there was the blind man when he did go down, I think at downtown when he did go see what's your name again? Man Problem, and there was a blind man that he spoke to and he said the bus driver did cater to him.
Yeah.
The bus driver it can start. So we know we're limited in resources, but guess what? You see, just like the regular Joe, because like me I tell you, there are so many disabled people in Jamaica. It starts with just one person. Help somebody, because when you elect these people, you put them in power to make changes.
True. And let me tell you something, Tommy. Whether we like it or not, I don't like discuss politics. But let me tell you, GLP and PMP, the two of them are the same thing. You see when them come in, this is when I said them are going to come in and do this. And this is when I said them are going to come in and do this. And when you take this stack of the same cycle over the years, I go along with the two of them. No better barren, no better hen. So, when especially, I know I see them implement certain things on a Jubilee, where you can't run left for this. You see back in the days, Tommy, if a mother in there and she says she have a child who have a, for example, autism or Down syndrome, I run left the pitney them in a hospital, you know. And now you can't come out left them. And now once them sister the child born and the child is special needs, that back in the time couple then left the pitney them in the hospital and gone. Because guess what? Them I tell themselves that them have a disability child and then can't go take care right. And that's why I call this to the mother them will sit down with for them. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's difficult. Like me here, when I was listening to you, so this is sort of deviating from the disabled topic, but when you were speaking about the baby that was abandoned, all right, so my take on it is this. It is a cruel act. What the mother did, it's a cruel act what she did. However, the fact that she placed the baby in a position for the baby to be found, me give her like 5 points for that. Now, the thing is this, a lot of these men, so you kept on speaking about mothers, and yes, the women are responsible for their reproductive organs, but a lot of these men in Jamaica, they are not fulfilling their role as the person who impregnate these women. And sometimes, like the women, just to go through the whole 9 months of pregnancy and just to know, say, especially if they are from an impoverished background, how is it that you're going to cope? You don't have any help, any support. Men, even if you know, that's why I am pro-choice. I am pro-choice. And mean pro-choice is if a lady finds herself in a position where she sees that the future for that child will be dark, do yourself the honorable thing and do not bring that child into the world to suffer. Because as you discussed about trauma, childhood trauma, a whole heap away, especially black people, Jamaicans, Caribbeans, Africans, enough away still a deal with childhood trauma. And one of those biggest childhood trauma is abandonment, especially when the father is not in the household.
True.
Men, you need to do better. Stop run up and down and go and get these women pregnant. You either use a condom or on a discuss contraception, and even if you fall out of love, remember, say the child is innocent in all of this, and look after your child. If the mother is a nightmare, talk to the grandmother. If your granny a nightmare, some big person, some auntie, some elder must can intervene. You have to look after your child,
Lord
or else you're
Jesus.
going to have situations like this where you're picking, I get left, right, and center. And I also think if Mr. Chris Tufton is listening, they need to have drop-off centers for these women we don't want them picnic. And I know people are going to say, oh, but this is just going to encourage people to have unprotected sex. No, it works. Me watch all a documentary, and in Sudan is a mainly Islamic country. I was watching this thing called Orphans of My Goma. It is a very, very, very old documentary. And some of the baby them with them pick up in there, them have a box. It's like a box, and the woman them just go and drop off the baby them in there. People check the boxes regularly.
It's not locked.
You understand?
Yeah.
People check the so
Granny,
the
Miss
Jamaica
Uncle.
need to come on board,
Yes.
have them something here in place. And ladies, again, things and times are too difficult. Protect yourself from unplanned pregnancy.
Bless
Do
up.
me I beg you know.
Yes. Why plant
Oh
a
yeah,
shop?
can I teach so?
No, I Miss Bailey them come and you know me have to go move. I feel so comfortable with the little conversation here, you know, but guys, me have team. Remember the core, me have the core, you call the word the core now. And the team come and me have to do this what happening in our house. Tell me feel like mother does that, but then go and go look. Me soon come, Miss Bailey.
Yeah.
A certain amount of time me have with her, you know, so me can't stay.
And no, 5 more minutes. And some of them long time big woman here where judge people, especially in Jamaica. I'm going to give you a joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's our joke? I'm going to tell you a story about one time. So one time we go private, and when your kid are born and you do certain things, so me I say, oh my God, run go to the pharmacy if you get to a morning after pill. Buck up in a one Nigerian lady who is the pharmacist. Me say the woman start in my business. What them supposed to do, you know, when you go there, you tell them, so they're supposed to ask, when was the last time you had unprotected sex?
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah. I forgot pay me £25 to get the pill. Woman, jump down in my business. Oh, you shouldn't be having unprotected sex. Oh, are you ready for me? I said, lady. Me say, hello, please. Me say, you need to do your job, because when them get for minors, they jump out in the pato. As me say, you need to do your job. You're not supposed to involve yourself in my vaginal activities. I came here being responsible because me know say stone fling and you understand.
Yes,
See
yes.
them go on.
True,
Yeah. So
true.
you have some of these women, like so they young and thief piece down a bush, especially the one in my country. You understand?
True.
Stop judging these people. Stop judging these young women where they might have a
And
night
you
of
mentioned
passion.
say the man them Tommy, but we as women have to make sure so we use birth control. Emphasize on that.
I am saying that they have to and find the birth control. But I just say one of the reasons why some people what they pill in a Jamaican name is it Plan B when them come and you know people are gonna look upon them. Don't involve. The thing is, they're responsible to come by a Plan B or a Lemonel or whatever.
As they go for buy it, so they start so.
Yeah, and start. You know, like them want to judge. Yes, one heap of time people go out and party and figure it and you don't know things happen. When in the morning you think, oh shit, you go and you get your morning after pill. Stop being judgmental.
That's true. And that drive a whole heap of people. Anyway, Planka shop. Miss Bailey, I have a time schedule with Miss Bailey. Me I think the time just run up so fast. Me have to respect our time and our team.
You should tell me say you go get visitor. You just come out
not even. I mean I tell you, I mean my brain.
Miss Bailey go on upstairs.
No, me have to go with her, Tammy. Me have to go. Me have to go. It's a must. Good afternoon. Me have to go. Guys, me I go come back later. You hear? Alright, Tammy, thanks. No, man, me I go try come back. Sometimes I don't remember my time schedule and so. Because guess what? 11:30 gone I never remember. And at 11:30 we book for till about 3. So, thank you guys for staying with Auntie Dana. Please give some likes. We're going to come back with more interesting topic like this. It was very informative. And every time we have all kind of nasty subject over here. And all kind of salt and that. We have different topics. And we have a topic coming for discuss. We're going to do it this evening for somebody. And sooner or later, love you. God bless you. Thank you guys for staying with Auntie Dana. And please remember, I am not perfect. I am only human. And none of us on the live is perfect. And we don't judge each other. Alright? Bless up sooner or later. Alright? So later. And like up the live before. Like up the live before. Alright? You see cow foot? You see cow foot rough? But I see you on TVJ. A TVJ send call you. You really a sing for true for reach on TV. Yeah.
I know I'm not going to check it.
You do a good interview though.
You do one.
When the time come. Alright, yeah. Alright, Planka shop sooner or later. I go upstairs there now. Alright. Tina!